Little Mermaid hip hop remix, Overdue. I wanna be with the people. Oh, what? I wanna see what? See 'em, what? Dancing, what? Walking around, what? What do they call 'em? What? On their feet. Let's go. I think it's overdue. They need to drop the Little Mermaid hip hop soundtrack. Say word. We have our directions that use the lyrics for conversions of length to answer the following questions. Look at this. Feet. Let's go. We're talking about 18 feet equals how many yards? I need you in your student workbook. We're knocking this out together. As a group, you don't have to do this by yourself. Let's look at the lyrics.
1 yard, 3 feet.
We are going to go from what we know to where we want to go. Go from what you know to where you want to go. Say it. Go from what you know to where you want to go. So we know 1 yard is equal to what? 3 feet. We're going to set that up. 1 yard over 3 feet. Look at this. 1 yard over 3 feet. We're going to set that equal, go from what we know to where we want to go. What? Go from what we know to where we want to go. We want to go to 18 feet equals some amount of yards. So we need the same units on the first floor and the same units on the second floor. So on the first floor we have feet. So we're going to put the 18 feet down bottom. Second floor we have yard. So we need the unknown amount of yards on the second floor. I'm going to use y as my variable for my unknown amount. Next, we're going to multiply the diagonals. So we're looking at what's diagonal from the variable first. So what is diagonal from y? We look at this and we see 3. So set this up. Watch this. 3 times, the variable always goes second. Y equals the other diagonals multiplied to each other. So we have 1 times 18. Bingo, bango. Watch this. 3y is what we're going to get when you have 3 times y. If it said 5 times y, it'd be 5y. If it said 6 times y, it'd be 6y. If it said 8 times y, it'd be 8y. In this case, 3 times y is what? 3y. That's going to be equal to 1 times 18, which is just 18. What is this telling us? 3 y's, we don't know how much y is. 3 y's equal 18. So we just want to know how much does 1 y equal. If 3 y's equal 18, we can divide 18 by 3 and figure out how much 1 y equals. So watch me set this up. Over here on the other side, I'm setting this up. 3y divided by 3. That's going to give us just y on this side. And 18 divided by 3. This is where we want to start. 3 divided by 3 leaves us with just 1, and that gives us 1y. That's where we wanted to go. And 18 divided by 3 gives us what? How many groups of 3 can you get out of 18? Count by 3 until you get to 18. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 6. So y is equal to 6. Final answer. We know that 18 feet are equal to 6 yards. Jot this down. Look how neat it looks. Make sure your math work is looking like a piece of art work. Not just math work. A piece of art work. Let's move on to number 2.
1 yard, 3 feet. 1 yard, 36 inches. 1 mile, 1760. Yard. 1 mile, 5280. Feet. 1 meter, 100 centimeters. 1 meter, 1,000 millimeters. 1 centimeter, 10 millimeters. 1 kilometer, 1,000 meters. Measure that. Tell them to measure that. Tell them to measure that. Tell them to measure that. Measure that. Tell them to measure that. Tell them to measure that. Tell them to measure that.